Trying to get this, trying to see. All right. Oh, wow. And I can even see, hi, Amy. Hey, Mike. I can even see the chat. Oh, I have my glasses on. That's probably why I could see it. But at least, yeah, this is good. Hi, Michael. All right, I'm going to leave these on. So I am not going to end up being able to do this bowl. I wanted to do this bowl. This was a bowl. My nephew gave me this cedar a long time ago. I let it dry forever. And then when I started to try to turn it, it just was cracking all over the place. So I guess that you could probably see, where the heck did it go? Well, I filled it all in again because I was trying to turn it just to see how hard it was going to be, because it is coated in resin now. And this was all just chunking out. I don't know what the heck. So I was just like, you know what? This is not, I don't know if I can get a finished product out of this. It may end up being in the garbage. And I can't even go back in the woods or the fire thing because now it's got all resin. But I don't know. I put it in a bucket and I just kept pouring. Every time I had leftover resin, I would pour the resin into the giant crack and it leaked out. So it went all the way through. It filled all the way through. But when I tried to, and then I put sawdust in it and wood shavings in it, and I don't know, it's just not, wasn't working right. So I'm not going to bother frustrating myself. It's been way too long since I was down here for me to be frustrated with any of this. That bowl is really huge. So today I'm going to knock down my helmet. Like I said in my description, I make an awful lot of mistakes. So anyway, I haven't been down here in months. Well, that's not true, in weeks. And I have these two resin bowls that have been sitting here forever. This is one I had set up ages ago with sand to try to see if I could do like a beach bowl. So since I have the chuck set up for one of these precast bowls, resin bowls, I may end up being able to do this one because it doesn't take a huge amount of turning to do these because they're already pretty much roughed out. So I may end up doing that blue one as well. But for right now, I'm going to do this white one. Let's move you down. And this one is all just beautiful white flowers. I just thought it was so pretty, and it just looked like a summer bowl to me. And so really, this is going to be, the inside is pretty much cleaned out. And so I'm going to make a tenon on here and shape the outside a little bit. and then I'll go in and clean the inside out. There are flowers all the way through though, so it's not like it can be too thin because I'm going to end up hitting flowers. So anyway, let's get going. Want to leave the glasses on? No, I don't want to leave the glasses on. All right. Okay, so let's see. The right size. There we go. That should be good. I just changed my bits, so hopefully everything works well. Fingers crossed. There's going to be resin flying today. Lots of resin flying. Hey, Mike. So life has been getting in the way. A lot of different things going on. The one good thing is I got a new grandson, so that was fun. Elliot Grayson. Elliot Grayson Boyd. Because Grayson sounds like it could be a last name, so I always have to put the Boyd on the end. Thank you, Amy. And I have 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. Somebody needs to try for a tiebreaker. Well, this is turning nice today. Wow. I was not expecting it to be this soft. After that last time when I had the bowl, the resin sit for so long, it was like brutally hard. So Amy, now that the grandson is here, we can start working on our next collaboration. I was waiting until I was no longer on hold. I think because this has to stay fairly thick, I'm not going to put a tenon on the bottom. I think I'm going to do a recessed bottom. So I can shape it a little bit more rounded. Put it in here for a second. And you know me, I'm a nervous wreck that this is going to go flying. So yes, you have a cool idea, Mike. I just had to put everything on hold because I was on call. So, and didn't know how long I would have to stay at my son's. I'm such a nervous wreck. This is going to go flying. I'm being so tentative. All right, that should have enough clearance for the tailstock. Smooth it out. Ay, ay, ay. Now I feel more secure. See? What is happening? All right. I guess it's just this. I get so terrified if I hear a noise. Think of it this way, guys. My daughter just turned 40. I don't feel like I'm 40, let alone my daughter being 40. That's just insane. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's just check this for the with my little handy dandy tool I made. So when I made this tool, I cut this out so that it fit perfectly in a chuck. And I don't have enough of an angle. So let's see. So yeah, my daughter turned 40 and I had her when I was 10. So yeah, that's about right. Still don't have enough of an angle. Nope, I don't want to do that one. That's not going to work. I have to take this out for 1 minute. Nerve-wracking. In order to get the angle right. I'm so excited that Benjamin suggested opening up, since I still can't get my cameras working, but opening up YouTube on my computer. Now, what I want to do, a little bit of a rounded bottom. I don't want this insert to be totally flat. I want it to look like the bowl continued rounded. So you can't see it, unfortunately. In person, you would be able to, but I want that it looks like the bowl continued round the whole way, and there was just like a foot almost. So I want to continue the curve into this recess. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. Okay. And this is fairly rounded, but not very smooth right there. Hold on. Amy, I've done that before. I had a whole lot of leftover monkey wood. And so I filled a bucket with the chunks of monkey wood, and then I put blue resin. It's a very pretty bowl. For wood turners, there's never scrap wood. It's always something you can use. Even if it comes to the point where you're just making earrings, for goodness sake, you can get that small. All right, so now that continues the curve. All right, now let's move this out so I can get my tailstop back in for security. It came out really pretty. It's in one of my videos. I'll send you the link to it later. Ribbons flying, ribbons flying. Now what I want to do to make sure that I keep the continuity of this curve, I've got to kind of make a bit of this has to turn into a bit of a foot, this ridge right here, so that I can then continue the curve above it. Otherwise, you lose the whole effect. So let's smooth this out so it's a good foot. And then I'm going to do an OG just because I really don't want to have like a tenon looking thing. Now, I guess the only way to make it look like the continuation of the curve is to make a bit of a foot. Doesn't have to be as big as a tenon though. So let's just take a look at that real quick. Okay. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, Amy, you're not getting the lead? I'll be honest with you, I absolutely love working on the lathe, but then the last 2 weeks of not being down here, kind of enjoyed not having to clean up. Cleanup is not so much fun with this. And it's a lot of cleanup. All right. I think that you guys are ready to move to the side here so you can start see the shaping. Jeez. Way more off center than I would have thought. You like it? My helmet is always crooked. I don't know why my helmet's always going crooked. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? Oh. I'm like, what's happening? Why'd it go white? The piece of resin went on the camera. It was literally smaller than a fingernail, little tiny thing, but it just happened to cover the camera. I'm trying to pay more attention to the screen, Mike. I start to get too wrapped up in what I'm doing, and I forget to look at the screen. I just got yeah, there's spaghetti everywhere. Got an alert that there's a human at my garage door. Don't know who that could be. Jeez. Oh, I'm sorry you had a bad day, Mike. Anything anybody wants to be able to help you with? Or just life in general? Oh, to stay with the door. Yeah, that was really like that didn't feel right. That the guy quotes you one thing and then says, "Oh no, that's not for any materials." That's crazy. Oh, it's my landscaper. Okay. I'm still wondering who's at my garage door. All right. Not sure if I'm going to curve this in at the top here. Um, but that's going to be pretty, right? I think it's ready to be turned around and then I'll shape the outside. But let's get some of this sanded off some. All right. I have string everywhere. I'm going to start with backwards and a wet sand it. So hopefully the phone doesn't get too wet. What piece of wood are you hand sawing, Amy? So I just went over it with 80 grit just to make sure. Oh, okay. I hate hands on. I remember my dad telling me, let the saw do the work. And I am not patient enough to let the saw do the work. So I went over with 80 grit just to work on the shape. And now I'm doing 400. This is where I needed it most. Keep that rounded shape. There we go. Oh man, that is not good enough. Jeez Louise. All right, let's turn this around. And I cannot believe I'm going to have to change all the. Uh, because I didn't do a tenon, I did a recess, and now I have the chuck set up for the wrong size. Actually, I don't think this is going to go big enough. No, there's no way it's going to go big enough. Okay. Jeez Louise. This one. Sorry, everybody. Ah, this is so boring. And I just said in my description, but it's never boring. Yeah, well, guess what? I found a boring time. Funny thing is, I had these parts on the chuck and I changed it to put the large one on. Okay, I messed up. Can't read. Isn't it always the case? The more you try to hurry, the clumsier you get. Oh, please, God, let this work. Better be the right size, or else I'm giving up with this bowl. Hope it was small enough. Got the wrong one again. Amy, you're too kind. Even I was bored. Please let this fit. I will have such a temper tantrum if this isn't right. And it may not be. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. Let's see what shape we want to make this now. Hmm. All right, let's move you guys down here. I'm going to do the inside first. Hi. So too high. Take care, Mike. I'll talk to you soon. So paranoid. I'm like ridiculous with how paranoid I get. Just had so many things go flying. If you've ever seen the resin turned before, I got to get through the thick outer layer before it starts to get my strings going there. So, Amy, I've got to think about, like I said before, my dad always said, let the saw do the work. And I have to remember that even with this. Let the chisel do the work. Don't force it. Hey, Amy, I saw some resin stuff yesterday with olive oil in it. So cool. Don't think they made like pendants for jewelry. All right, I gotta get this way down. This is way up. Okay, the center part is way up. I don't think I'm touching. Why is it? Whoop. That scared me, right? So you can tell where I've done it, where there's no shine. If you see any shine in there, any reflective shine, that means that part has not been turned away yet. That's still that thick finish from the mold. So yeah, Amy, he was doing just kind of like round pendant things and heart things, but he would just put a whole lot of color in and then dip the like a Q-tip in olive oil and swirl it around, and it almost looked like universes. It was like galaxies. You saw these lines of dots. Pretty cool. See, if you see right over here, there's still a shine. I don't know if it's showing up in the video. It seemed to be that where the olive oil was left a void, but then as I don't know, it was like he cleaned off the olive oil and then I don't know. If I find his name again, I'll send you a link. It was just one of those things that popped up automatically. Okay, let's just see. And I have a little tiny bit there, little ridge right there. Um, it's still kind of proud on the bottom. So I got to get that a little flatter. But then I'm trying to decide, I think I want to cut this part off and just have it come in and be just a circle. Let's try the square a little bit. Maybe that'll flatten it more. All right. I don't want to go too much deeper because I really don't want the flowers being on the surface. I cannot get that bottom to be smooth, and this does not feel. All right, gotta keep going a little bit. Sorry. Yes, it's very messy. But I have to say, I really do like working with the resin. A little bit more predictable than wood. Okay. Really can't go much thinner on the sides. I guess that those flowers are not as close as they look. Love it. You could see that it's hanging all over my shop. That's it. I'm not going any thinner. Really don't. I really don't want the flowers coming to the surface. So I decided I want to round this off. I don't want it to be. I was going to do here. Going to do that like a little tulipy thing, but I don't like it now. So I'm going to go and round this off. I'm going to crooked helmet again. I think this will make a nice centerpiece bowl. You don't even need to put flowers in it. Let's just check the shape. A lot of chip out right here. Let's get that done. Thank you, Ray and Sandy. Don't know which one of you it is. Thank you, Ray. Yeah. Oh, I like that shape now. Let's just smooth off this outer edge. That's gonna be pretty, huh? All right, so let me get a scraper. Yeah, can't see what I'm doing here. Okay, use my scraper. I have it negative rate. I'm gonna turn this up quite a bit. Go real slow. Now those flowers are just under the surface. They are just under the surface. The inside with the scraper. Hey Ben. Okay, this is way too low. All right, and I have the negative rake scraper cut so that it goes on the side as well. Oh, nice and smooth. All right. I can wet sand this. Here for a few. Now, since I'm wet sanding this, I'm just going over it with a 400 grit. A little bit in the middle here. I don't know what the heck is going on with that middle spot. All right, that's pretty smooth. Now let's do this. Oh, yeah. Fine. No. Thank you, Benjamin. Let's sharpen the scraper every 20 to 30 seconds. So this, I love it. And then it's got the rounded bottom so that it looks like the shape goes right around and it's just almost like a foot on the bottom without it being a total insert. See how that's rounded? I don't know if you can tell in the picture, but I do love, let's just do this so that, So this is how it'll look when it's done, when it's got the sealant on it. I like it. I like it. It'll be a pretty centerpiece bowl. So now I got to decide. I have all this mess. I might as well do my sand bowl. You know, everything. Everything is covered in sawdust. Shaving. Ribbons, ribbons, ribbons everywhere. So this should be about the same size as the other one because it was from the same mold. And now I have to change the chuck in the middle. So this one, Benjamin, you want to talk about getting dull? This one has sand in the bottom. I am so glad to get a few of these things off my, I had them on my table saw waiting to work on them. Right. Now this one, what I tried to do, I tried to put a layer of clear resin on the mold and then put the sand on so that hopefully the sand wouldn't be all the way to the surface. Take care, Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by. You watched for a long time. Thank you. There's a lot of sand in here. I guess putting that coat of resin wasn't enough. I think that maybe I didn't let it cure long enough. I don't know. I'm still seeing too much light reflection, which means I haven't gotten it level yet. And right there, it's level, but then out here, you can see where it's different color. Benjamin, if you could see how lightweight that speaker was, I'm trying to do the video for it, but if it weighs a few ounces, it's such dried out driftwood. Now, I don't want to do the recessed bottom of this one because then I'll lose all the sand. Now look at that. I still have a long way to go. I think we can speed things up. It's pretty secure. Ridiculous. Okay, so I got that basically done. Whew, finally. Okay. A little bit more. A little closer. You know. I think that I should move this back. All right, I got the whole bottom done. So let's see. Let's get this in the center, and then I can move to the side. You want to make this slightly concave that this is going to be a tenon. If you don't need a weevil. Right now, let's just double check this. All right, so I have to make sure that there's slight space there in the middle. Then I know it's not the wrong way. It's not going to be wobbly. Yeah, I don't think I have that much sand in here. Ah, that's disappointing. Have to turn the carbide already. So what I had hoped to do was do a resin bowl with sand. And then if somebody had sand from a special beach, I could then put it into a resin bowl for them. But I don't know what. Let's see. Handy dandy. It's deep enough. Almost deep enough. So this is going to basically be a blue resin bowl, unfortunately. Not going to be much sand in it. Hey, Rainy. Oh, oh, sorry. Ray. Thanks so much. I don't think I have too many more resin things here. So I think this week I'm just going to try to get all the resin stuff done and cleaned up. Yeah, so the original idea for this was just a keepsake for a friend of mine. He got married on a beach, and I wanted to be able to put the sand from his the beach from his wedding into a bowl for him. We'll have to see how much of the sand stayed. There might be some on the inside that I'm not even aware of. Who knows? All right, got to turn this. See, that was foolish. I should have just turned it a while ago. This one, what I'd like to do is do a bit of a flare out, almost like it was a splash of water. That's what's in my head. We'll see if that comes out on the lathe. So let's see. Let's move you guys here so you can see the shape. Got to get rid of the ghost first. Get it totally round. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that shape. Okay. If I could see it. Ay, ay, ay. It's getting out of control. Ah, ah, jeez. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Now, there's not a huge amount of sand. Okay. We'll do another sanding after. Turn this around. Not strong enough. A little bit of sand in the bottom. I'm going to get enough out of here that the bottom inside will show the sand. Hopefully. That's the way it plans. This is crazy. I have to vacuum myself. Hmm. Okay. This is sharp. You're not kidding, Rainy. It's very messy. That's very sharp. Okay. Move down here. Get some of these sharp edges off. So what I'd like to do is bring this outer top edge out to almost nothing. Let it flare all the way out. To where it's so thin that it's white. I think that'll help give it the effect of a water drop. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make this. A little sharp. Oh, yeah, I can't see anything. Wow. It's crazy. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Take a look. Yeah, a little bit more to go, but I see sand at least at the bottom. Got a little more to go in here, but get in there. 80% done. So there we go. I feel a little roughness right here. Now, of course, my center is going to be too high. I think we are done. I just want to thin this top part out so that it looks less blue. All right. I need to go slightly thinner right here. Oh, cool. All right. Kind of cool. All right. So let's see. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Fresh finish. Sandpaper. Oh, I have some chatter there. Oh, smooth as silk, boy. That feels nice. Nice. Jeez. Yeah, you're not kidding. You know, Mike, I have to tell you that when I was a teenager, my best friend and I, we told my parents we were going to make dinner for them, and we took all this seaweed and we put it in boiling water, and we put spaghetti sauce, and we were going to feed it to them, and then we chickened out at the last minute. Wonder if I could try that with all this stuff. Yes, this is the second project. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, so I am going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you both of these. Neither of them have the finish on them yet. But let's take this off of the. Okay, I'm just going to have this stuff on me forever. And now I have helmet head. Ah! Okay, so this would be like a keepsake bowl. That is really thick right there. I'm going to have to put this back on and make it thinner because this is really too thick. So it's got sand on the bottom, on the inside. I have to make this thinner. But I love the look of the wave. It'll go right from, this will be sanded down, so it'll be sand color. It'll go right from the sand up to the top of the wave, hopefully. I love the variation. Looks like waves. Okay, and then the other one is the flower bowl. So 2 projects today. Yay, it felt good to be back in the shop. Okay. I am going to, I think I'm going to thin out this blue bowl a little bit and then put the seal in, and I will post a picture of everything when it's done. Thank you so much for watching.